Most people think that confidence is something you're just born with. They say, oh, he is just a natural salesperson, or he is just naturally confident, but that's actually wrong. Confidence in sales is not genetic. It's a byproduct of preparation, repetition, and exposure. I've been working in sales doing cold calling for the past 8 months now. I've booked the most demos of the team, and I can tell you that confidence is one of the most important factors in sales overall. So if you want to feel calm, powerful, and in control, even if you talk to top CEOs, then this video is exactly for you. Let's clear the biggest myth first. Being great at sales has nothing to do with being extroverted. There are introverts closing multi-million-dollar deals every week. Why is that though? Because real sales confidence comes from different sources. For example, knowing your script, understanding your product, predicting objections, getting the reps in, of course, reducing fear through repetition, and learning to regulate your nervous system. Overall, confidence is not an emotion. Confidence is a prediction your brain makes about your performance. Your brain literally asks itself, do I have enough evidence to handle this? If the answer is yes, this will lead to confidence. If no, it will lead to anxiety. So the question now becomes, how do you give your brain that evidence? That's what we'll cover next. Here's what most people actually don't know. The reason why people feel terrified in sales is the amygdala. The amygdala is the part of the brain that's responsible for the fear response, the fight or flight system. Cold calls, high pressure meetings, or objections actually trigger the same parts of the brain that activate when you face physical danger. But here's the important key: repetition reduces amygdala activity. Research shows that repeated exposure to a feared activity reduces amygdala activation dramatically over time. Meaning the first cold call will feel terrible. The 20th will still feel uncomfortable. However, the 200th will feel normal, and by cold call number 2000, fear won't be activated at all. Confidence comes from desensitization, not from personality. Another study from Harvard showed that competence increases confidence way more than positive thinking. So if you want to be confident, you don't need hype, but you need reps. If you are rather shy or introverted, you actually have a few advantages in sales as well. You tend to listen more and you speak with intention. You also think before responding and you don't oversell usually. And also, you're probably pretty good at reading people. Some of the best salespeople I've seen are quiet, calm, and analytical, not loud or pushy. Your superpower is presence and attention. Sales isn't about talking fast, it's about asking the right questions and staying calm. So let's break down the practical methods to build confidence, even if you've always felt shy. Now we are going through 3 different techniques to actually build confidence, psychologically, emotionally, and neurologically as well. Technique number 1 is script mastery through repetition. Confidence comes from predictability. If you want to really feel confident, you have to know different things. For example, how the call actually starts, but also how to isolate objections, how to transition into the pitch, and how to close. This is why great salespeople don't just wing it. The more automatic your flow becomes, the less anxiety you'll feel. Here are some practical steps how you can actually do it. Read your script aloud for 20 to 30 times. Then break it into sections and practice each section separately. Afterwards, close your eyes and rehearse the transitions. And then role play the full call from start to finish. Whenever your brain exactly knows what's coming next, then social anxiety evaporates. Technique number 2 is recording yourself. This is pretty uncomfortable, and that's why it works. Record your calls and reading your script for yourself. Then analyze a few different things. First, was your tone calm? Second, were you rushing at any point in time? Third, did you actually talk too much, specifically of course in calls? And fourth, did you sound confident or rather apologetic? This will absolutely transform your progress. Most salespeople never hear themselves, so they're never able to improve themselves too. This is how athletes improve, this is how actors improve, and this is also how salespeople improve. Recording yourself kills fear through exposure and builds confidence through awareness. Technique number 3 is tonality and mirror practice. Tonality is about 50% of sales confidence. If your voice is shaky, high-pitched, or fast, you feel insecure even though you might not even be. Mirror practice fixes this, and here's how you can actually do it. First, obviously sit or stand in front of a mirror. Then deliver your opener slowly. Afterwards, you should watch your face, your breathing, and your posture. Your brain learns this is how I look like when I feel confident, and it naturally adjusts to match it. Additionally, here are a few tonality tips. Speak 10 to 15% slower. Lower your voice at the end of each sentence. Pause intentionally as well. Smile when it is appropriate. Sales is fun. And breathe before responding. These small adjustments change how the customer responds, and your confidence will grow from the feedback loop. Confidence in sales is not something you're born with. It's something you really have to build from the ground up. However, the formula for it is pretty simple. You just have to stick with it. Keep in mind that first, repetition lowers fear. Second, preparation increases competence. And third, tonality work transforms your presence. As mentioned throughout the video, even if you're quiet, shy, or introverted, you can definitely become a powerful salesperson. Sales confidence isn't magic, it's neuroscience, skill building, and repetition. I'll see you in the next one.